Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where I talk about all things city building. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any of my future videos. Today, I'm super excited to talk about one of the most anticipated games of this year, Cities Skylines 2. Yes, you heard me right, Cities Skylines 2. The sequel to the best-selling and critically acclaimed city-building game from Paradox, Interactive and Colossal Order. If you're a fan of Cities Skylines like me, you probably have a lot of questions about this new game. What are the new features? How does it compare to the original game? Is it worth buying? Well, don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to answer all these questions and more. I'm going to show you what's new and improved in Cities Skylines 2, and how it differs from Cities Skylines 1 in terms of gameplay, graphics, simulation, customization, and more. But before we get into that, let me give you a quick overview of what Cities Skylines 2 is all about. Cities Skylines 2 is a modern take on the classic city simulation genre. It lets you create your own city from scratch or improve on existing ones, using a variety of tools and options. You can build roads, zones, buildings, services, transportation networks, landmarks, and more. You can also manage your city's economy, environment, population, policies, and challenges. You can also mod the game to suit your playstyle and preferences. Cities Skylines 2 is not just a simple update or expansion of Cities Skylines 1. It's a whole new game that builds on the foundations of the original game and adds many new elements that make it more realistic, immersive, and challenging. It also has larger maps, better graphics, more sounds and music, more themes and climates, more mods and content creator packs, more scenarios and modes, more achievements and trophies, more online features, and more. Sounds amazing, right? Well, let's take a closer look at some of these new features and see how they compare to Cities Skylines 1. I'm going to divide them into 4 categories: road tools, traffic AI, public and cargo transportation, and zones and signature buildings. In each category, I'm going to explain what's new in Cities Skylines 2, what's different from Cities Skylines 1, and why it matters for your city building experience. So without further ado, let's get started with the first category, road tools. Road tools are one of the most important and basic features of any city building game. They allow you to create the layout and structure of your city and connect different areas and functions. They also affect the traffic flow, the accessibility, the aesthetics, and the efficiency of your city. In Cities Skylines 1, you had a decent amount of road tools to work with. You could choose from different types of roads, such as 2-lane, 4-lane, 6-lane, highway, 1-way, gravel, and more. You could also adjust the direction, the elevation, and the curvature of your roads. You could also create intersections, roundabouts, bridges, and tunnels. You could also use road snapping and guidelines to help you align your roads. However, Cities Skylines 1 also had some limitations and frustrations when it came to road tools. For example, you couldn't change the width or the shape of your roads. You couldn't customize the lane directions, the speed limits, the parking spaces, or the road names of your roads. You couldn't create complex or realistic road designs, such as cloverleafs, diverging diamonds, spaghetti junctions, or stack interchanges. You also had to deal with some annoying issues, such as road clipping, terrain deformation, traffic lights placement, and more. Well, in Cities Skylines 2, all these problems are solved. The road tools in Cities Skylines 2 are more flexible and advanced than ever before. They allow you to create custom road layouts that suit your vision and imagination. You can also use a variety of new and returning options that give you more control and creativity over your roads. Some of these options include road width. You can change the width of your roads from 1 to 10 lanes, depending on your needs and preferences. You can also mix and match different widths on the same road segment. Road shape. You can change the shape of your roads from straight to curve, or from smooth to sharp. You can also create diagonal or freeform roads that follow any direction or angle. Road customization. You can customize the lane directions, the speed limits, the parking spaces, and the road names of your roads. You can also add or remove traffic lights, signs, barriers, sidewalks, trees, and more. Road design. You can create complex and realistic road designs using different types of intersections, such as T-junctions, Y-junctions, X-junctions, and more. You can also use different types of bridges, such as arch bridges, suspension bridges, cable-stayed bridges, and more. You can also use different types of tunnels, such as cut and cover tunnels, bored tunnels, immersed tunnels, and more. Road snapping. You can use road snapping to align your roads with other roads, or with other objects on the map. You can also use guidelines to help you measure distances and angles between your roads. Road elevation. You can adjust the elevation of your roads from ground level to above ground or below ground. You can also use elevation tools to raise or lower your roads smoothly or sharply. Road curvature. You can adjust the curvature of your roads from straight to curved or from smooth to sharp. You can also use curvature tools to bend or twist your roads in any direction. As you can see, the road tools in Cities Skylines 2 are much more powerful and versatile than in Cities Skylines 1. They give you more freedom and flexibility to build your city according to your own style and taste. They also make your city more realistic and dynamic by creating different traffic patterns and behaviors. To show you what I mean, let me show you some examples of what you can do with the road tools in Cities Skylines 2. Created with Cities Skylines 2.
Look at these amazing road designs. Aren't they awesome? I bet you couldn't do that in Cities Skylines 1. But wait, there's more. The road tools are not the only thing that's improved in Cities Skylines 2.
There's also a new feature that makes a huge difference for your city building experience: Traffic AI. Traffic AI is another crucial and challenging feature of any city building game. It determines how the vehicles and the pedestrians move and behave in your city. It also affects the efficiency, the safety, the pollution, and the happiness of your city. In Cities Skylines 1, you had a decent amount of traffic AI to work with. You could see the vehicles and the pedestrians follow the roads, and the sidewalks obey the traffic lights and the signs, use the public transportation and the parking spaces, and choose their destinations and routes based on their needs and preferences. However, Cities Skylines 1 also had some limitations and frustrations when it came to traffic AI. For example, you couldn't see the vehicles and the pedestrians change lanes, overtake, merge, yield, or turn on their indicators. You couldn't see them react to different weather conditions, such as rain, snow, or fog. You couldn't see them avoid accidents, breakdowns, roadworks, or emergencies. You also had to deal with some annoying issues, such as traffic jams, gridlocks, bottlenecks, and more. Well, in Cities Skylines 2, all these problems are solved. The traffic AI in City Skylines 2 is more realistic and dynamic than ever before. It takes into account many factors that affect the movement and behavior of the vehicles and the pedestrians in your city. It also creates different traffic situations and scenarios that challenge your city management skills. Some of these factors include road capacity. The traffic AI considers the capacity of each road segment, which depends on its width, shape, speed limit, and lane configuration. It also considers the demand of each road segment, which depends on its location, function, and connectivity. It then balances the supply and demand of each road segment to optimize the traffic flow and avoid congestion. Vehicle types. The traffic AI recognizes different types of vehicles, such as cars, trucks, buses, taxis, trams, trains, ships, and planes. It also recognizes different subtypes of vehicles, such as electric cars, hybrid cars, sports cars, delivery trucks, garbage trucks, fire trucks, and more. It then assigns different attributes and behaviors to each vehicle type and subtype, such as speed, acceleration, braking, turning radius, fuel consumption, emissions, noise level, and more. Traffic lights. The traffic AI controls the traffic lights at each intersection based on the traffic volume and direction. It also adjusts the timing and duration of each traffic light phase to optimize the traffic flow and reduce waiting times. It also coordinates the traffic lights with other intersections to create green waves or synchronized signals. Traffic signs. The traffic AI follows the traffic signs at each road segment or intersection based on their type and meaning. It also respects the rules and regulations of each traffic sign, such as stop signs, yield signs, speed limit signs, lane control signs, direction signs, and more. Public transportation. The traffic AI uses public transportation networks to travel between different areas and functions in your city. It also chooses the best public transportation mode and route based on its availability, frequency, cost, and convenience. It also transfers between different public transportation modes at stops, stations, or hubs. Parking spaces. The traffic AI uses parking spaces to park their vehicles when they reach their destinations or when they need to leave their vehicles temporarily. It also chooses the best parking space based on its availability, proximity, price, and security. It also pays for the parking fee or uses the parking permit if required. Weather conditions. The traffic AI adapts to different weather conditions that affect the visibility, traction, and safety of the roads. It also changes its speed, braking, steering, and lighting accordingly. It also avoids driving in hazardous weather conditions, such as heavy rain, snow, or fog if possible, accidents, breakdowns, roadworks, and emergencies. The traffic AI reacts to different traffic situations and scenarios that disrupt the normal traffic flow and cause delays or dangers. It also changes its route, speed, lane, or direction accordingly. It also gives way to emergency vehicles such as ambulances, police cars, or fire trucks when they use their sirens or lights. As you can see, the traffic AI in City Skylines 2 is much more advanced and realistic than in City Skylines 1. It creates a more lively and diverse city that feels more authentic and alive. It also creates more challenges and opportunities for your city management and planning. To show you what I mean, let me show you some examples of how the traffic AI works in City Skylines 2 and scenarios created with City Skylines 2. Look at these amazing traffic scenes. Aren't they awesome? I bet you couldn't see that in Cities Skylines 1. But wait, there's more. The road tools and the traffic AI are not the only. There are also two other features that make a huge difference. For your city building experience, public and cargo transportation, and zones and signature buildings. Public and cargo transportation is a feature that allows you to create different modes and networks of transportation for your citizens and your goods. You can use buses, taxis, trams, subways, trains, ferries, cable cars, and more to move people around your city. You can also use trucks, trains, ships, and planes to move goods from your industries to your commercial areas or to other cities. Zones and signature buildings is a feature that allows you to create different types of areas and structures in your city. You can use residential zones, commercial zones, industrial zones, and office zones to create different kinds of neighborhoods and districts in your city. You can also use signature buildings that are unique landmarks based on famous buildings from around the world to make your city stand out. These two features are very important for your city building experience because they affect the functionality, the diversity, the attractiveness, and the identity of your city. They also have many new and improved aspects in Cities Skylines too, that make them more realistic, immersive, and challenging. However, I don't have enough time to cover them in this video. So I'm going to make another video where I will explain them in detail and show you how they compare to Cities Skylines 1. So stay tuned for that, but for now, let me wrap up this video by giving you my final thoughts on Cities Skylines 2. So, what do I think of Cities Skylines 2? Well, I think it's a fantastic game that takes the city building genre to the next level. It improves on many aspects of Cities Skylines 1 and adds many new features that make the game more realistic, immersive, and challenging. It also has larger maps, better graphics, more sounds and music, more themes and climates, more mods and content creator packs, more scenarios and modes, more achievements and trophies, more online features, and more. If you're a fan of Cities Skylines 1, or city building games in general, you should definitely check out Cities Skylines 2. It's a game that will keep you entertained and engaged for hours and hours. It's a game that will let you create your own city from scratch, or improve on existing ones using a variety of tools and options. It's a game that will let you manage your city's economy, environment, population, policies, and challenges. It's a game that will let you mod the game to suit your play style and preferences. Cities Skylines 2 is a game that will let you make your city happen. You make it yours. You make Cities Skylines 2 is coming out on October 24th, 2023. You can pre-order it now on Steam or other platforms and get some bonus items such as 9 unique landmark buildings and a map based on Tampere, Finland. You can also watch more videos about the game on the official website or on the Paradox Interactive YouTube channel. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of Cities Skylines 2 and how it compares to Cities Skylines 1. Also, let me know what other features or topics you want me to cover in my next videos. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos about Cities Skylines 2 or other city building games. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.